Okay, guys, I had to change a number in the problem that I had originally. So please just forget that the couple last seconds or minute happened, okay? I'm going to read you the problem again. I already changed it. So Ms. Trejo paid a total of $98.64 for a 12-month movie subscription. She paid the same amount each month. So what amount did Ms. Trejo pay each month? Now, this is the total amount that I paid or that I'm going to pay for 12 months. But I'm not paying $98.64 each month, guys. No. This amount is going to be paid in 12 months, okay? I'm going to pay the same amount each month. So after the 12 months, I would have already paid this total amount, okay? So here we have this keyword total, and where does our total go? Inside our house. So I'm going to write 98.64 inside our house. Now, this amount is going to be divided into 12 months. So where am I going to put the 12? Outside the door, because it's my divisor. Outside the house, that's where it goes. I'm trying to see how many times can I take 12 pieces out of 98.64 because that's going to tell me how much I have to pay each month. So now, before I start, I have to do my T-chart. Mr. Trejo already did that. Whoops. Whoops. What happened? No, that's not what I did. Okay. Okay, why is this not cooperating? Because I took that off. There we go. All right, guys. Couple technical difficulties. So 12. I already have my T-chart here, guys, and it's very important for you to have your T-chart because it's going to help you solve the problem faster, okay? So now, I have my T-chart. Now I'm ready to solve this. But because I have a decimal in the house, I have to move it up to the roof. And I deleted it because if it's in the roof, it's no longer in the house. So now I'm good to go. So how many times can I take 12 pieces out of 9? None, because 9 is less than 12. So I move on to the next number, which is 98. So how many times can I take 12 pieces out of 98? I'm going to come here into my T-chart. Too much? 96 it is. So 8 times. So 8 times 12, guys, is 96. And if I subtract 98 minus 96, 8 minus 6 gives me 2. So now I bring down my 6. Now I'm trying to figure out how many times can I take 12 pieces out of 26. I come back to my T-chart again. No, too much. 2 times. So I'm going to put my 2 directly on top of the last number I was working on, guys. You see how here I put the 8 directly on top of the 8. Here I put the 2 directly on top of the 6. Whichever number you're last working on, that's where it goes. It's very, very important for you to align your numbers. So I have 24 because 12 times 2 is 24. And if you subtract these two numbers, it is 2 because 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So now I bring down my next number, which is 4. So I'm left with 24. So how many times can I take 12 pieces out of 24? Well, if you look at your T-chart, it is 2 times because 2 times 12 is 24. So I'm going to put my 2 and I'm going to come here and, whoops, subtract the 24. And I am left with 0, 0, 0. No remainders. Now that I solved it, I go back to the question. What amount did Ms. Trejo pay each month? Well, let's see. I'm going to copy this to make it easier. Each month, Ms. Trejo paid $8 and $8.22. Okay, so that is my answer, guys. Each month, I would have paid $8.22 in order to pay off my movie subscription. Okay? Now, when dividing, remember, if you have a total, then go ahead and divide or subtract, okay? Remember, if you have a total, then you're either going to divide or subtract. You have to read the problem and determine or choose which operation is better to do. Are you dividing? Are you creating equal groups? Are you sharing? Are you cutting? Read the problem. Or are you subtracting? You're finding a difference, okay? Now, your total will always go inside the house. Always, always, always. It always goes inside the house, okay, guys? If you are creating equal groups, you have to divide. If you see those keywords, equal groups, dividing, total, okay, or the same amount, those are all keywords that will help you determine or know that you have to divide. Now, I don't know if you will have some questions in regards to this, but if you have a remainder, then you have to take it into consideration only when you need it, okay? So sometimes your remainder, you don't have to, you either have to ignore it or you have to make sure that you include it in your answer, okay? It just depends on what you're doing. So it's very important that you have to read the problem. So after you solve the problem, read the question again or read the problem one more time in order to realize if you understood it or not, okay, guys? So just remember those key things, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Bye, guys.